Alright folks, here we are, part 2 of the heel plate for the Sportster. What I'm going to do tonight is get it into black and then give it some drying time and fit it. So it's quite early. First job is going to be to sand that back, just key the surface up. It's dried quite nicely. A couple of little tiny pinholes, nothing much. May as well get it perfect. A little bibby run on the back there that I've got to rub out. Otherwise, perfect. So I haven't got, it's just transpired, checked, I haven't got any paper, any fine paper. I've only got this 180 grit. So I'm going to do the old trick of, if you've never done this before, what you do is face to face the paper. That just kills the grit, and you just rub it right down till it's nice and fine. So you actually use the sandpaper against itself and it makes a nice fine paper. Saves you a bit of money as well. Okay, so I'm going to make some fine paper and get that rubbed down, ready for some satin black. Stick around, see what happens. Right, there we are. Use the paper against the paper to make it nice and soft. That's about a 1200 grit there now, as opposed to the 180 that it was. I did that whole piece. A little bit of rubbing down. There it is, nice and matte. Pretty much as good as it's going to get. I don't want to go through the primer anywhere because that then leads to having to put more primer on, and can't be bothered. That's it, that's good enough. Some black paint, a couple of coats, start getting it coated up, and there it is, ready in satin black. It's a bit glossy at the minute because it's quite loaded up. That's going to float out nice, but like a, almost looks as good as powder coat. Which I wish I could do. And that's on the back. Right, I need to let that dry and then I can refit it. I reckon that's going to take about an hour or so. Pop it in that little hole there in the workbench, and then when that's dry we'll set about refitting it so it looks like on the bike. And there we are. Another nice little mod finished. Heel plate all reinstalled. Brake pedal will pop back in. As you can see now, what I've done is, because this is all now satin black painted, it kind of matches, kind of contrasts with this. Matches the other side. The pedal's kind of silver. You know, nice little contrast there. Looks a lot better certainly than shiny chrome. Reasonably good finish, as you can see, and it offers that bit of protection that a heel plate's all about. Obviously on jack bikes, a heel plate's there to stop your heel drifting in, perhaps contacting the chain or the wheel or whatever, but in this instance we just wanted a heel plate there to protect from the hot bend of the pipe here on the back of your leg, and up on the air filter. If your leg drifts in, then you find you're sort of butting against this, and that's a little bit uncomfortable. So it puts a situation in place where you can put your foot there, you know, on and off. I mean, I've got bigger feet than the other half, so even when I'm riding it, it's nice to have that little heel plate just as a fixed point. And it means that on the other side of the bike, when you've got the case in here which protects the foot, stops it moving about, we've got the same on this side now, a little heel plate so the feet can sit equidistant from the centre line of the bike, and you feel nice and level, and it puts your feet in the right place. You've seen it as we fabricated it. You saw it's nice and strong, it's proper beef, it's not going anywhere, and I think I'm not at all unhappy with that. It's a nice finish. Once that paint sets nice and hard, it should wear quite well. If it doesn't, if it starts to wear or the heel chips it off, I'll just get it powder coated. But for now, it's in satin black paint and it's reasonably good. Okay, so that's it for another little mod. Thanks for watching Delboy's Garage. Join us next time, see what we're up to. Take care.